All right. List video. Woohoo, movie related. So I watched myself a fair amount of superhero movies, you know, the Marvel movies, you know, the Batman movies, the Superman movies, whatever. And not some of the old stuff, but you know, from Michael Keaton's Batman on, I've seen pretty much everything. Everything worth it, you know. I didn't see the Fantastic Four, I'm sure. I saw Fantastic Four with my kid. It stung. Yeah, spoiler alert. Here's my top 5 superhero movies. They're not all just straight movies. Some of them are, you know, series, if you will. But, yeah, let's just jump right into number 5. So, number 5, I think I'm going to have to pick Thor. No, I'm not. Thor's going to be an honorable mention. You know what? I'm going with Iron Man. I'm going with Iron Man 1 and 2 mainly. 3 was alright, but it wasn't great. But the first Iron Man was great. Robert Downey Jr. plays that part really well. He's one of those actors that plays Robert Downey Jr. in every role, but he's always interesting. You always want him. You know, you take a couple exceptions, obviously, but he does that role very well. Of, you know, the billionaire. He's got swagger. He picks up ladies. He's got it all. He's the total package, and he plays that really well. The quick comebacks. You know, the scene in the first one where the reporter's trying to get him with a gotcha question and he ends up sleeping with her. He's just, you know, he knows what he's doing. So, yeah, I'm going to put the Iron Man series. I thought the second one was good. I thought the third one started losing it a little bit. I don't really care for Gwyneth Paltrow, so she's like a hero in the end. I'm like, not really. So, yeah, number 5, Iron Man 1 and 2 mainly. How you doing, pal? Number 4. Avengers Endgame, the first one. The first Endgame. I got done with this movie and I was so stoked for the new one. I was like, I can't wait another couple months, years, or whatever it's going to be. I saw it late, so it was a couple months later the new one came out, but I love that movie. I loved how the bad guys won, and there was some there wasn't closure, but it was just a good movie. I mean, it hit all the characters, it brought everybody together, everybody was, you know, it wasn't like I needed more Thor, I needed more Hulk in that. Everything was good. They got enough playtime for everybody, different allies, different people working together, which is fun. And then the second one was just shit. It was just shit. Thanos dies like the first 5 minutes, but that's not really Thanos. And you knew it was coming. You had to know it was going to come once half the characters died. And I'm like, yeah, you just killed Tom Holland, even though he's got another Spider-Man movie coming out in 2 weeks. You know? And the new one, Captain Marvel stinks. I hate Captain Marvel and how she's Superman. She's basically Superman, and I hate Superman for the reason that he's too good. He's too perfect. Nothing stops, you know, Superman besides kryptonite, and everybody seems to have kryptonite when they're fighting him, but it's just overpowering. You know, I think it was one of the big problems with the Justice League trying to do their thing, because nobody buys it. Nobody buys that Batman and his wealth and his belt can do the shit that can fight alongside Superman. He can't do anything that Superman can do. Superman's an actual hero. Batman's just rich. So, you know, Batman is a standalone movie. It works, but yeah, it don't work when you try to do the you know, the comparison between strengths of heroes. You know, the X-Men kind of works, but that's about it. But yeah, sorry, I digress. Number 4, Avengers Endgame, the first one. Thoroughly enjoyed it. The second one I wish was better, but, you know, they kind of set it up where it was going to do this. They were going to take a time machine, they were going to go find an alternate universe, they were going to, you know, they were going to do something. And of course that's what they did, and they ruined it, and it made a shitload of money, and nobody enjoyed it. People enjoyed it, I'm sure. I didn't enjoy it. Number 3. Now, I was kind of torn between 2 and 3 because I love them both. And I think I'm going to have to go with number 3 would be Logan. And I don't want to include the whole lifespan of Wolverine because, you know, the movie in Asia kind of blew. X-Men Origins was good, corny at the same time. So I really think Logan as a standalone piece was a pretty quality movie. I really enjoyed it. You know, the rated R aspect of it is obviously great because I'm a child at heart when it comes to watching kids movies, but in the same sentence, I'm an adult, so I'd rather it be a little bit more adult driven than kid driven. So yeah, Logan I thoroughly enjoyed. I thought the kid was great. I can watch the trailer over and over again. It's that good. The bad guy was alright. It wasn't bad. I don't know that actor's name, but I thought he was good in the new Predator, which nobody liked. Kid was good. Charles Xavier was good. Obviously, Wolverine was good. So, did we get lost again? These fucking idiots. Alright, get lost again. This is why I don't navigate. I can't have those responsibilities. I get us lost every day. Alright, so yeah, wrapping up that number 3 spot was Logan. Overall great movie, dies in the end, spoiler. I love how I say spoiler after everyone. I love how I say I love how I do something. Ego fucking maniac I am. Yeah, Logan, overall, number 3. Number 2, we have to go with the Deadpools. 1 and 2, I love them both. It was, when it came out, it was certainly unique, it was certainly different. It made fun of all the corniness in all these movies because there's an abundance of corniness. The villain was great. He was great. The little kid was great. Colossus was, Colossus. But overall, it was definitely my favorite Marvel movie. Spoiler alert. It was definitely my favorite Marvel movie. And I could watch it all day. I mean, he can make 1,000 of them, and I'll watch every single one of them and love it. Ryan Reynolds is the best. He's great in everything he's in. Even though he's, again, plays the same character in everything he's in. It's always great. So yeah, we're gonna have to give a big number 2 to Deadpool 1 and 2. I enjoyed 2 as well. The little fat kid was funny. Fat shaming me. The little fat kid was funny. So yeah, stamp it, Deadpool 1 and 2. Number 1, which everybody has to have guessed by now because it's hands down the best superhero series that's ever existed. But the Dark Knight series, the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight series. I'm going to take a little bit of time here with this one. So when Batman Begins came out, I remember I saw it. I thought it was good. I thought it was a real life version of what Batman would be like. But I didn't know where they were going with it until the very end, and then, the Joker card comes up, and they're like, all right, you can get a kind of better feel. And I was a kid when I first saw it. I don't want to say a kid, but I was younger. I didn't have the maturity I have now, and I've gone back and watched them, and they still hold up. They're still great. So yeah, Batman Begins was solid. It was a solid movie. It was a good intro to the character. The problem with the old Batmans, the Keaton ones, is even though they were supposed to be on a similar timeline, they weren't. Once Val Kilmer got involved, it was a totally different movie, and George Clooney's dog shit, the nipples. So it was good that there were, we're doing 3 movies, and this is going to be 3 solid movies, and you're going to enjoy it, folks. So yeah, the Batman Begins was great. Batman Begins was solid. The Dark Knight, probably my favorite of the trilogy, because Heath Ledger was just so good. And he's been praised up the wazoo for 10 years now about how good his performance was. It was that good. It was so good that... No, I got nothing there. It was solid. It was... The way he and I give a lot of credit to Christopher Nolan too. I mean, Christopher Nolan really knew how to bring out the best in his actors and knew how to write for a character like that. And what Heath Ledger turned it into was obviously a work of art. Aaron Eckhart wasn't bad. Gary Oldman gets overshadowed, but he's good. He's good to everything. I'm kind of glad Maggie Gyllenhaal died. I didn't really care for her. That's not nice. I didn't care for her though. But yeah, overall great movie. You know, rest in peace, Heath Ledger. It's a shame that you couldn't go on creating more of these amazing movies and your amazing performances. But yeah, Dark Knight, and then The Dark Knight Rises, and this is probably my second favorite. It almost tops the first one in my opinion. The ending got a little bit squirrely there, but it was good. Bane was great in it. I thought when I first saw they had like a sneak preview of just the plane scene in the beginning, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like this. I don't like Bane's voice at all. And I think they tweaked it a little bit, but it was a good story. You know, the beauty of the whole trilogy was there's rises and falls, and there's character development, and it's not just, you know, you look at a Marvel movie, Tony Stark is exactly the same. You know, the day he died, the day he started, he was exactly the same. Captain America has just no personality. Thor didn't change, he just got fat. You know, Hulk, I guess, grew a little bit, but you know, there wasn't the kind of character development from movie to movie that you'd expect. And the Nolan films absolutely did that. Anne Hathaway in the Catwoman suit, marry me. So yeah, overall, the top superhero franchise you could ever possibly ask for, the Nolan trilogy of The Dark Knight. And that's all I got for you. I guess, and you know what? Let's do some honorable mentions. How about a couple honorable mentions? So, honorable mentions. Obviously, the Michael Keaton's two Batmans. The Tim Burton ones. Quality. What are we doing, people? We lost again. We just go the fuck home at this point. Yeah, the Michael Keaton two Batmans were great. Tim Burton, Michael Keaton. Thoroughly enjoyed those. They really fell apart at 3 and 4, thanks to different, you know, directors and actors and such. Writing. I thought Thor Ragnarok was good. I thought that was fun. It was enjoyable. I had fun watching it. I'd put that as an honorable mention. Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. The second one stunk. The second one got really bad. The first one was great. It had a good soundtrack. Characters were great. You learned about everything. It went somewhere where the second one just didn't feel like it was going anywhere. And I think I'm going to put that as the list. I guess some people are going to hate on me for not including the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans. They were good, but I never liked Tobey Maguire. I just always hated everything about his face. And I guess, you know, Peter Parker's a nerd, so it works, but I just didn't like it. I thought the first one was good, and then the second one and the third one I didn't care for. But yeah, people are in love with those, so sorry, but not sorry. If you have an issue with it, leave a comment, and I'll talk shit on you on the page. We can do that. But yes, comment, like, subscribe, the works. I appreciate anybody that's watching the videos, join the videos. If you want me to review anything specific, please leave it down in the comments. I will get back to you. I'm gonna get to the point where I'm like Gary Vee. I'm just gonna comment back on every single post that anybody ever writes. You can say anything you want. No, that's not true. You can't say anything you want. But yeah, thanks for watching.